Hi students, how are you? How are you everyone? Yeah, students, in the last class we are doing calculus part. Let me open that calculus document. I think in the calculus part we did some limits. Okay, okay. Yeah, students, actually, okay, I got it. Yeah, students, see the formulas of calculus and all other things. Just give me a moment. Yes, the power has came now. Now I want to switch from my mobile data to Wi-Fi. Just give me a second. Okay. Okay, right. Yeah, students, can you watch the screen? Am I audible to you? Please respond once. Students, can you hear my voice? Am I audible to you? Students, please respond. Can you hear me? Okay, Shweta, Kavya, Praveen. Okay, fine. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, students, now let me take the required part. Yes, I hope everyone watching the screen. And in the last class, we did the calculus part. In the calculus, we discussed what is meant by limit, when the limit is going to be exist, and we solved different basic problems. And this is one of the important model we discussed. When we have limit extends to infinity, so if the given problem is just like f of x by g of x model, then you need to compare the degree of numerator with the degree of denominator. If degree of numerator is equals to the degree of denominator, then we need to consider the coefficient of highest power in numerator by highest power in denominator. Instead of that, if degree of numerator is more, then your answer is infinity. If degree of numerator is less, then it will be zero. So different examples we did. I hope you remember this is one of the example. And second question, third question, different examples we did. And in the last class, I already given the formulas list, all formulas in one page I have given. I hope you remember all the formulas, but let me revise it one more time. Limit x tends to 0, sin x by x is 1, and tan x by x is 1, x by sin x is 1, sin ax by x is a, tan ax by x is a, and x by sin ax is 1 by a. All these formulas are very, very easy and important. But here we have one more formula. Please remember this format and don't forget the limit also. Limit x tends to 0. If you have e power ax minus 1 divided by x is equals to, we have coefficient of x, that is a. Okay. And a power x minus 1 by x is equals to logarithm of a to the base e. Limit x power n minus a power n by x minus a is equals to n into a power n minus 1. And next we have one more formula. I hope everyone watching this. A power x by b, a power x plus b power x by 2 whole power 1 by x is square root of ab. Square root of ab. And these problems we solved in the yesterday's the last class also. Sine square, I did some correction here. It is nothing but sine square x by, yes, sine square x by x something, we did some correction. Yes, it is sine square x by x. And here in this problem also we have taken x minus pi by 4 as theta, and we got some answer for this. And answer is just like sum 2. Answer is 2. And one more example also we did. And L'Hospital's principle, very, very important, L'Hospital's principle. If the given problem is indeterminate form like 0 by 0, infinity by infinity, 0 plus infinity, infinity plus infinity, then you need to apply L'Hospital's principle. So differentiating both numerator and denominator. And if the given question is in this format like infinity minus infinity, then first take LCM, then we can go for L'Hospital's principle. Yes, I solved all these examples in the last class. And this one also I solved. And all these problems I think I solved in the last class. Yes. In the last class, I solved this question 1 minus cos x by x square, and I asked you just to remember this problem is just like a formula 1 minus cos x by x square, that is equals to, you got some answer for that. Can anyone remember answer to this question? And I have given some formula also. Limit x tends to 0 if 1 minus cos ax by x square, if you have like this, then you can say that a square by 2 factorial, a square by 2 factorial. So instead of this, if I have something like, if I have some odd function, I already given you 1 minus cos ax by 1 minus cos ax by x cube, then what do you say? Here I have x power 4. If I have x power 4, I already told you a power 4 by 4 factorial it will be. But if you have odd function like x cube, something like that, Then can you tell me the answer for that? Can you please tell me the answer for that? Anyone can say the answer to that if you have odd function, something I told you in the last class. Can you text your answer if you have odd function, what you are going to do? Yes, Chandrasekhar, you are right. If you have odd function in the given question like x cube, then answer is 0. Yes, it is correct. Okay. And for the next question, I told you tan x minus sin x by x power 4. If you have something like this, if you have higher trigonometric function first, try to take higher function first, tan x as common. In the 12th question, tan square x as common. So 1 minus cos x by x sin x. These questions also I solved. I hope 14th question also I solved. X into 3 power x minus divided by 1 minus cos x. This problem also I solved this. Yes. Now I have 15th question. Now I want to solve from here. Yes, students, I just brushed up the last class concepts. Now let us continue with all your formulas and everything. Yes, sir, limit x tends to 1, x minus 1 into tan pi by 2 of x is, in place of x, if you substitute 1, I will write question one more time. Limit x tends to 1, x minus 1 into tan pi by 2 of x, pi by 2 of x. Sir, in place of x, if you substitute 1, this will become 0, sir. And in the same way, we know clearly that tan 90 is infinite. So tan pi by 2 of x or tan pi by 2 simply tan 90 is it is infinite. So please observe students, this is the question. This model question is 0 into infinity. In limits and continuity, the most important thing is identifying the model of the question. So the question is in which model? If I write the step, yes, the step is going to be balanced and you can understand. But the question is, why should I write the step? You should question in that way. When the given question is in the form of 0 into infinite, when it is in indeterminate form like this, then the method of approach is in this way. Yes, definitely we will apply L'Hospital's principle. But before going to the L'Hospital's principle, sometimes I will apply LCM, sometimes without taking the LCM, I will proceed. సార్ మీరు ఎల్ హాస్పిటల్ ప్రిన్సిపల్లోకి వెళ్ళాలంటే ఫస్ట్ మీ క్వశ్చన్ ఎఫ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ బై జీ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్ ఫామ్ లో ఉండాలి. ఫ్రాక్షన్ ఉండాలి. ఇక్కడ మీకు ఫ్రాక్షనే లేదు. సో మీరు తీసుకురండి ఫ్రాక్షన్ ని. ఎస్. యా, నవ్ ఐఎమ్ రైటింగ్ ద సెకండ్ స్టెప్ మై డియర్ స్టూడెంట్స్. లిమిట్ ఎక్స్ టెన్స్ టు 1. సో ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 ని నేను డినామినేటర్ లోకి తీసుకెళ్ళలేను. అంటే 1 by x minus 1 something I cannot write. But when comparing with x minus 1, when I have tan theta here, but I can easily write tan theta as 1 by cot theta. So let us keep x minus 1 in numerator and tan theta, let me write it as cot theta in denominator, cot pi by 2 of x. So why, sir, why you are doing like this? I am trying to convert into f of x by g of x form. Yes. Now I can happily apply the L'Hospital's principle. Limit x tends to 1. x minus 1 differentiation is 1 minus 0, and cot theta differentiation is minus cosecant square theta. Minus cosecant square theta, theta means pi by 2 of x, and pi by 2 of x differentiation is pi by 2 according to chain rule. Okay, now if I substitute in place of x, if I substitute now x as 1, is there any problem? Yes. Sir, if you see this, cosecant square theta pi by 2, cosecant 90, your answer will be 1. So you have 1 by minus 1, so no problem. So this total fraction answer will be minus 1 after substitution. Minus 1. ఇది denominator లో ఉంది pi by 2. So pi by 2 become as 2 by pi. So my final answer is minus 2 times of minus 2 by pi. Am I clear, students? I hope everyone understood this. Please take it down. Please take the notes, or you can take some screenshot. Now I am entering into the next model, that is infinite minus infinite model. If the given question is in the form of infinite minus infinite, then first take LCM and multiply by x by x. Multiply by x means depends on requirement I should do. కొన్నిసార్లు x తో మల్టిప్లై చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది, కొన్నిసార్లు x స్క్వేర్ తో మల్టిప్లై చేయాల్సి వస్తుంది. అక్కడ వస్తున్న ఫార్ములాని బట్టి we should do some adjustment, but in most of the questions we can multiply, we can adjust x in both numerator and denominator. And after getting that, then you can go for L'Hospital's principle. Now let us see the example question. My question is evaluate limit x tends to 0. This is the question. So 1 by x minus 1 by e power x minus 1. Sir, before going to the question, I want to speak something. So in place of x, if you substitute here, so your 1 by x become as infinite. 1 by 0 is infinite. Infinite minus again e power 0 is 1. So 1 minus 1, 0. So infinite minus infinite model. The given question is infinite minus infinite model. సో ఇన్ఫినిటీ మీకు ఎందుకు వస్తుందంటే డినామినేటర్ లో 0 వస్తుంది. ఆ డినామినేటర్ ని సింప్లిఫై చేయడానికి ఫస్ట్ ఎల్సిఎం ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి. Let us take LCM x into e power x minus 1. So e power x minus 1 first term అయిపోయింది. Minus of second term is x into 1. So x into 1, that is x. So when you read it, you can understand something here. The numerator is e power x minus 1 by x divided by x. Sir, మీరు మొత్తం ఎల్సిఎం చేసి సింగిల్ ఫ్రాక్షన్ చేశారు, దట్స్ ఓకే ఫైన్. బట్ ఇక్కడ డినామినేటర్ లో ఈ పవర్ ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 ఉంది కదా సార్. ఈ పవర్ ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 కి ఇక్కడ నేను ఇలా సైడ్ లో రాస్తాను. ఈ పవర్ ఎక్స్ మైనస్ 1 ఉంది డినామినేటర్ లో, దానికి గాని డినామినేటర్ లో ఎక్స్ ఉంటే మనకి ఫార్ములా అప్లై అయ్యేది. సో అక్కడ ఎక్స్ లేదు, కాబట్టి మీరు దాన్ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేయండి. సో లెట్ us take x in the denominator and to balance that take one more x, then your step is going to be balanced. సో నేను ఎల్సిఎం తీసుకున్నాను, ఎక్స్ అడ్జస్ట్ చేశాను, రెండు ఒకే స్టెప్ లో చేశాను. యూ కెన్ టేక్ 2 steps, no problem. And limit x tends to 0, this limit can be distributed to both numerator and denominator, and you can also distribute it to for each and every term. So I will try to write one more step clearly. What I am trying to write is limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 minus x, this is my numerator, divided by limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x is my requirement, and this x into x become x square. Okay, fine. In the next step, now I want to apply the formula. Limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 by x. Answer is 1. So my final part will be like this. Limit x tends to 0, e power x minus 1 minus x by x square. Still it is in indeterminate form. ఇప్పుడు కూడా మీరు x ప్లేస్ లో 0 సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ చేస్తే మీరు ఇంకా ఇండిటర్మినెంట్ ఫామ్ లోనే ఉన్నారు. సో but the problem here now it is in the form of f of x by g of x. It is ready now. Now let me apply L'Hospital's principle. Let us apply L'Hospital's principle, differentiate both numerator and denominator, and I will get some answer here. So if I apply both numerator and denominator, what I will get? So I want to use this space also. Please allow me here. Limit x tends to 0. Differentiation of numerator, e power x differentiation is e power x. 1 differentiation is 0. X differentiation is 1. X square differentiation is 2x. Yes, some students will stop the question and he will say the answer. Sir, now the given question is in the form of just like this, sir. E power x minus 1 by 2x, you can take 1 by 2 outside and answer is 1 by 2. Okay, that is also okay. If you didn't get an idea, then again apply L'Hospital's principle. Again differentiating numerator e power x by denominator is 2x differentiation is 2. Finally, then there is no problem with denominator. In place of x, if you substitute 0, e power 0 is 1. 1 by 2 is your answer. Okay, fine. I hope everyone can try the next question. And my next question is like this. Limit x tends to 0. 1 by x minus 1 by tan x. So first of all, the given question, identify the model of the question. The given model is infinite minus infinite model. So the LCM is x into tan x is LCM. So the first part is tan x and the second part will be minus x. So let us adjust something. Sir, I know very well if you have tan x by x, it will become 1. So let me take one more step. Let us write something here. Limit x tends to 0. So numerator is tan x minus x by denominator is x into tan x. This is the denominator I have. For this tan x, what I am going to do is I want to adjust one more x here and here also one more x. So in the last problem, I written clearly. So when you apply limit distribution, tan x by x becomes 1. That part becomes 1. From the last question, I hope you can understand that step. Now the remaining part in my question is limit x tends to 0. Numerator is tan x minus x by denominator x into x is x square. So let us apply L'Hospital's principle. So what can I say? Limit x tends to 0. Tan x differentiation is secant square x minus x differentiation is 1 divided by x square differentiation is 2x. Now let us differentiate one more time. Which implies limit x tends to 0. Secant square x minus 1. Secant square x minus 1 is tan x actually. So నేను ఇప్పుడు డిఫరెన్షియేషన్ చేయట్లేదు, జస్ట్ సింప్లిఫికేషన్ చేస్తున్నాను. Secant square theta minus 1 is tan square theta divided by 2x is 2x as it is. That's it. Now let us apply formula. So what I am going to do is I can take 1 by 2 outside or I can keep it there, no problem. Limit x tends to 0. Tan square x can be write as tan x into tan x. In place of 2x, I want to write 2 here, I want to write x here. You can write in any way, no problem. The objective is only one thing, that the tan x by x part becomes 1. This part becomes 1 according to formula. And this part tan 0 is 0. If I got 0 as answer, no problem. If I got 1 by 0, 0 by 0, such things are not allowed. So 0 into 0, result is 0. Okay, students, now let's take to 0 power 0 model. I already told you, if the given question is in the model of 0 power 0 or infinite power 0, after substituting the limits, if you got this value, the answer to that problems will be 1. That is the shortcut I already told you. Now observe this. In place of x, if you substitute 0, 0 power sine 0 is 0, 0 power 0 and it is 1. And here also, extends to A it is extends to A. Please correct this, extends to A. So 0 power 0 and it is 1. It is also 0 power 0, it is equals to 1. I am not saying 0 power 0 answer is 1. I am saying that the limit function which is in the form of 0 power 0, that limit value is 1. That is the part I am saying. 0 power 0, such things are undetermined things. Everyone know that. So limit x tends to pi by 2, it is pi by 2. Please correct this. X tends to pi by 2. Tan pi by 2 is infinite, infinite per 0. It is cos pi 0. So 0 it is 1. Limit n tends to infinity, n power 1 by n. Yes, n is infinity, 1 by n means 0, so answer is 1. So infinity plus something, infinite. 1 by infinite, 0, infinite per 0, that is 1. And the next model question is, if the given question is in the form of 1 power infinite model. Yes, 1 power infinite model means answer will be different actually. If it is 1 power infinite model, then you have to take the coefficients of x and 1 by x. So answer to this question is e power coefficient of x and 1 by x. Coefficient of x is a here. Coefficient of 1 by x is b here. E power a into b is answer. So here also I given clearly answer I already written here, e power ab, e power a into b. Students, here identifying the model is very, very important. So here extends to 0 actually. So 0 here, 1 by 0. So infinite you have. Infinite you have here. But here extends to infinite, limit is very important. So 1 by infinite, here denominator, base is 0. Base is 0. Power is infinite, like. So anyway, answer is e power coefficient of x into coefficient of 1 by x. E power ab is answer. And one more thing we have. Limit x tends to 0, cos x plus a into sine bx whole power c by x. Yes, just like a polar form, cos x plus a sin bx whole power c by x. If you have this thing, then answer will be e power a into b into c. E power x coefficient into 1 by x coefficient into also sign value, that is a sign a b c. Now, now last model is, if the given question is limit x tends to a f of x power g of x. So f of x is one function, g of x is another function. One function power another function. It is not in the form of 0 by 0 or 0 power 0 or 1 power infinity. It is not at all in that model. The question is in general way. E power sin x power cos x, or f of x power g of x, something you have. So if you have in this model, then answer to this question is, the formula is e power, whatever now I am writing, it is everything in e power limit x tends to a. Yes, I am writing formula limit x tends to a second function into first function minus 1. Second function g of x into first function f of x minus 1. Limit e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1. Yeah, students, let us solve example questions in this model. Now I want to take some example. So here you should have whole bracket. I will write the question clearly. The example is limit x tends to 0 sin x by x whole power 1 by x square. Sin x by x whole power 1 by x square. So just for your clarity, I will try to write something here. So in this question, if you compare with formula, your sin x by x is f of x, and per exponent is 1 by x square you have. 1 by x square is g of x. Now let us apply the formula. Sir, we know the formula that e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1. G of x into f of x minus 1. So according to this, your formula is going to be e power, the simplification of the given question, e power limit x tends to 0, second function 1 by x square into first function minus 1, sin x by x minus 1. Okay, let us take LCM. E power 1 limit x tends to 0, 1 by x square into, so LCM is x here. I have sin x minus x. I just taken LCM. So which implies e power limit x tends to 0. So in the denominator I have x square into x, that will be x cube. In the numerator I have sin x minus x. I think here I have, yes, sin x minus x. sin x minus x. So this is the final part I got. Now let us apply L'Hospital's principle. Limit x tends to 0, sin x minus x by x. Now it is in the form of 0 by 0. Let's apply our L'Hospital's principle. So the L'Hospital's principle will be e power limit x tends to 0. Sin x differentiation is cos x minus 1 by x cube differentiation is 3x square. And let us differentiate one more time. E power limit x tends to 0. Some student can identify, he can take minus common and he will tell that, sir, it is in the form of 1 minus cos x by x square. I know the formula 1 by 2, we already solved that. 1 minus cos ax by x square is equals to a square by 2 factorial. I will apply. Yes, you can happily apply. But if you didn't strike that point, then let me try in this way. So cos x differentiation, again I have. So cos x, 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x divided by x square. And I have taken minus common outside, that is minus 1 by 3. ఇక్కడ a మైనస్ బిని నేను b మైనస్ a అని రాశాను, అందుకే మైనస్ తీసుకున్నా బయటికి. సో e పవర్ minus 1 by 3 into the total part 1 minus cos x by x square, you already know that is 1 by 2. Yes, that will be 1 by 2. So final answer will be e power minus 1 by 6. E power minus 1 by 6. Okay, right. Yeah, students, after limits, we have continuity. So what is meant by continuous? When you can say that the function is said to be continuous. A function f of x is said to be continuous at x is equals to a. At x is equals to a, it is a minus atla em ledu a. So it has to follow some conditions that f of x must have a defined value at x is equals to a. So defined value ante left hand limit, right hand limit exist avali. Am I right? And limit value x is equals to a must be equals to the function value at x is equals to a. So the limit value means when x tends to a, f of x value must be equals to the function value f of a. I try to write limit x tends to నేను a plus అనట్లేదు a minus అనట్లేదు, when limit x tends to a, f of x is equals to f of a. Yes. Sir, if you say that limit x tends to a minus means left hand limit. Instead of a minus, if I take a plus, that is what you call function value. So both must be satisfied. So x a ni reach avadam ante etla aina avvochu kada, it may be a minus or a plus anyway. So the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and is equals to the function value, then you can say that the function is going to be continuous. So when x tends to 2 minus 1.9999 like, when x tends to 2 plus 2.0001 like, so it must be equals to when x is exactly equals to 2, right? So then you can say that the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, and moreover it is equals to the function value, then the function is said to be continuous. Sometimes what will happen, only left hand limit is equals to the function value but right hand limit not. So left hand limit is equals to the function value, then that function is said to be only left continuous. Only if right limit equal, then it's said to be right continuous. If both are equals to function value, then it is said to be continuous function. Okay, I hope the definition is very clear. Now let's see the example question. The given function f of x is equals to 1 plus 3x whole power 1 by x when x is not equals to 0. When x is not equals to 0 means it may be 0 minus or 0 plus anything. Yes, limit value it is. And when x is exactly equals to 0, function value they given as e power 3. Okay, let us take something. Sir, I want to write limit value. నేను లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్ రైట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్ అని చెప్పట్లేదు, లిమిట్ వాల్యూ అంటున్నాను ఎందుకంటే రెండు సేమ్ కాబట్టి. సో ద లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్ ఈస్ left hand limit or right hand limit is equals to limit x tends to 0 f of x. So which function I have to take here? F of x means limit x tends to 0. In place of f of x, I must take 1 plus 3x whole power 1 by x. Because when x is not equals to 0, this is the value because it's a limit value. It's not function value. So I already know the formula. Just now I have given some formula in the model questions, model B, model C, model D, different things we discussed. I hope you remember. Limit x tends to 0. And if the given question is in the form of 1 plus ax into 1 plus ax whole power b by x, and answer will be e power a into b. Yes, it will be e power a into b like. So in the same way, answer to this question is e power 3 into 1. E power 3 into 1, that is nothing but e power 3. My limit value is e power 3. Now let's focus on function value. So what's the function value we have? Sir, in the question, they clearly say that when x is equals to 0, yes, the function value is limit x tends to 0, f of x is equals to f of a. F of a means when exactly x is equals to 0, the function value is given as e power 3. Yes, this e power 3, this e power 3 both are equal. Then I can say that limit value, left hand limit and right hand limit, both equals to the function value. Both are equals to the function value. Therefore, the given function is continuous. The given f of x is continuous. This is the approach of continuous function. And it's very, very important. In this model, I will give you some questions. You should try that. Now, this is the question. F of x is given as x plus 1 whole power cot x when x is not equals to 0. So this is limit value. And when x is equals to 0, f of x value is k. And the given function is at continuous at x is equals to 0. It means that at x is equals to 0, the limit value is equals to the function value. Then we need to find out k. Okay, let us start. So what is that? What they are saying? So the limit value, limit x tends to 0, f of x means x plus 1 whole power cot x is equals to the function value, that is k. That's it. If I find out this value, automatically I can find k value also. So let us simplify this. Sir, the given question is in the model of f of x power g of x. Yes, if it is in the model of f of x power g of x, let us apply formula e power limit x tends to a g of x into f of x minus 1. Second function cot x into first function minus 1, x plus 1 minus 1. So this plus 1 minus 1 is going to be cancelled and I have x into cot x. Let us write limit e power limit x tends to 0 x into cot x. Let me write x into cot x as x by cot x can be write as 1 by tan x. Yes, sir. Why are you taking like that? If I take fractions like this, then I can apply L'Hospital's principle. And moreover, I think no need to apply L'Hospital's principle. I have direct formula limit x tends to 0 x by tan x I have clearly and x by tan x that value is 1. So which is equals to e power 1. Simply it is e. Therefore, my required k value is equals to e value. K is equals to e. Yes, okay. Now my function is like this. F of x is equals to uh, lambda by cos x by pi by 2 minus x and x is not equals to pi by 2. When x is not equals to pi by 2, this is the value. When x is exactly equals to pi by 2, 1 is the value. So it is already continuous at x tends to x is equals to pi by 2. We need to find out lambda value. Yeah, let us try this. Try this question and give me answer. As students, can I expect any answer from you? Anybody? And in the given problem, they said that the given function is continuous at x is equals to pi by 2. Yes, sir, at x is equals to pi by 2, it is continuous. So your limit value is equals to the function value. So it means that limit x tends to pi by 2. So f of x means x tends to pi by 2. When x is reaching pi by 2, your function value is this lambda x by pi by 2 minus x. Lambda into cos x by pi by 2 minus x. So this is the limit I have. So then what I want to say is, and this limit value is equals to the function value f of a, That f of a is nothing but in the question it is 1. When x is exactly pi by 2, it is 1. So let us simplify this. Sir, lambda into cos x, in place of cos x, if you substitute 0, now it is by 0, infinite form. So 1 by 0, it is in 0 by 0, it is in indeterminate form. So what you have to take, you need to simplify something. Let us apply L'Hospital's principle. Yes, sir. In the second step, we have limit x tends to pi by 2. Cos x differentiation is minus sin x. So minus lambda into sin x divided by, and pi by 2 is constant and x differentiation is 1 minus 1. It's going to be cancelled, minus minus. And let me take one more step. So limit x tends to pi by 2. So in place of lambda into sin x, I have, and this is equals to the function value that is given in the question, that is 1. Yes. So I know clearly that sine pi by 2, in place of x, if I substitute pi by 2, so sine 0 is 0, sine pi by 2 is 1. This value is 1. So lambda is what? Lambda into 1 is equals to 1 means lambda also must be equals to 1. Yes, answer is 1. That's it. Students, whatever I am discussing, all these are previous GATE examination questions. This is another question from GATE. Which one of the following function is continuous at x is equals to 3? So sometimes they will give the function and they will ask you either it is continuous at some point or not. But this question, they given point and they are asking which function is continuous. So at which value your left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and it is equals to your function value. So this is my question. What I am going to do is I want to do option A first. When I am doing option A, so let us take limit value. I just want to do it in computative approach. Limit value is when x is greater than 3 or less than 3. So different things you have given to me. So what I am going to do is I want to take left hand limit. Sir, if you take left hand limit, your function value is when x is less than 3, your function value is this x plus 3 by 3. So in place of x, if I substitute the given point 3, so 3 plus 3 by 3, 6 by 3, that is equals to 2. This 2 is exactly equals to the function value 2. So the function is left continuous, no doubt. Let us take right hand limit. When I take right hand limit, it is x minus 1. X minus 1 means 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1 means 2. And this 2 is also equals to this value. So what do you say? It is also continuous. Yes, sir. Left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and is equals to the function value f of a. So the given function is continuous. Option A is continuous. Option A is my answer. Maybe in examination, if you have some other questions like, one second. Yes, you may have options differently. So if you have multi-answers questions like f of x is equals to 4 and 8, it may be also answer. Just for satisfaction, I want to check option B. Sir, మీరు option B తీసుకుంటే, when you are taking limit value, or you can call it as left hand limit or right hand limit, you can call in any way. and that is when x is not equals to 3, it is 8 minus x. So 8 minus x means 8 minus 3, that is equals to 5. So when you are taking function value f of a is equals to f of a is means when x tends to 3, when x is exactly 3, it is 4. So it is given as 4. So this is 5 and this is 4, they are not equal. So the function is not continuous. And moreover, it is not even left continuous or right continuous, or finally, it is not continuous. So in the same way, I hope you can check option C and option D also, and you can confirm your answer. C is not correct and D is not correct, and option A will be final answer, final and appropriate answer. Yeah, that is our gate approach. So now let's see another problem here. This is the question. Here boundaries are different. You should be careful about question now. When x less than 0, this is the function. In between 0 and 1 like. In between 1 and 2 like. When x is 2 or greater than 2 like. Now the first option is f is discontinuous at x0. And second option is continuous at x1. And x is left continuous at c. And all of the above. So they given that one also. Yeah, students, I wait for 2 minutes. I am expecting answer from you. Please answer this question and respond. Okay, see this. The given function f of x we have, f of x is 0 when x is less than 0. Now what we are going to do is we want to verify option A. So at x is equals to 0, we are discussing. Let us take left hand limit. Sir, when x is less than or equals to 0, they given. So it means that the left hand limit is equals to 0 and the function value is also 0. Okay. And if we consider right hand limit, so the right hand limit, then the function value will be 5x minus 4. So 5x minus 4 at place of x, if you put 0, 5 into 0 minus 4. So it is minus 4. So the left hand limit or the function value is 0, but the right hand limit is minus 4. So they are not equal. So the given statement at x is equals to 0, the given f of x is not continuous. Yes, it is a discontinuous function. Yes, it's true. Now, when you take the second option, if you take option B at x is equals to 1 like, so I need question. So when x is, sir, when x is equals to 1 or less than 1, your function is f of x minus 4. Okay. So that means less than 1 means left hand limit, right? So the left hand limit is equals to the function value, and that is given clearly as 5x minus 4. So I need to check at x is equals to 1. So 5 into 1 minus 4. So 5 minus 4, that is 1. What about right hand limit? Sir, the right hand limit, that means when x is greater than 1, this area, it is given as 4x square minus 3x. Yes, 4x square minus 3x it is. So 4 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 it is, and that will be equals to 1. Okay, the left hand limit is equals to the function value, that is equals to what you called right hand limit. So you can say that the function is having continuous. Yes, the given function is continuous at x is equals to 1. Second statement is also true. Now I want to check option C, that is at x is equals to 2 I am checking. I am checking at x is equals to 2. Let us verify left hand limit. Sir, when you take the left hand limit, when x is less than 2, it is 4x square minus 3x. Yes, it is 4x square minus 3x. So 4x square, 4 into 2 square minus 3 into 2. So 16 minus 6, I think. So I got something like 10. Now, when we consider the right hand limit or the function value at x is equals to 2, and it is 3x plus 4. Yes, sir, when you take the right hand limit, that is 3x plus 4. So 3 times of 2 plus 4. So it is 10. Yes, the left hand limit and the right hand limit function value both are equal. So the given function is also continuous at point 2. Yes, it is continuous at 1, continuous at 2, but it is not continuous at 0. The three statements are correct. This statement is correct, this one correct, this one correct. So option D will be the final answer. All of the above options are correct. Okay, students. Now we can go to the next topic, that is a type of discontinuities. It is very simple actually. It is not like a level concept. It's very simple. I can say something like this. So types of discontinuity means you have two types. One is removal discontinuity and another one is non-removal discontinuity. So removal discontinuity means there are some discontinuous functions. We can that discontinuity is removable. We can remove it. So how we can say let's see like this. Sometimes f of x is said to be having a removal discontinuity at x is equals to a if it is like this. The left hand limit extends to a minus f of x is equals to limit extends to a plus f of x. The left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, but it is not equals to the function value. Yeah, I just given bracket here like this. So you just observe bracket is not at all required, but the thing is like, so in many of the points at x is equals to a, like the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, both will be equal, but it is not equals to the function value. The problem with function value only. Then what you are going to do, you please change the function value according to this. Then left limit is equals to the right limit and it must be equals to the function value. Yeah, let's see some example. When x is less than 1, it is x square. When x is greater than 1, the function value is 2x minus 1. And when x is exactly equals to 1, it is equals to 2. So it means when the left hand limit is 1 here, so in place of x square, if you substitute 1, it is 1. And the right hand limit also, 2x minus 1 is given function. If you substitute 1, it is 1. So the left limit is equals to the right limit, but the function value is 2. Problem with function value. So please change the function value just to modify like this. The same question is modified like this, the same example. F of x, when x is less than, it is as it is, x is greater than as it is. The problem with only function value, I just removed this 2 and I just made it as 1. Then the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and which is equals to the function value f of a or f of 1, then it is continuous. This type of continuity is called removable continuity, removable discontinuity. Yes, you can remove this, it is possible. But sometimes what will happen, the basic condition they are going to be violated. So left limit right limit ki equal అవుతూ ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూకి కూడా ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూకి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వకపోతే మనం ఫంక్షన్ వాల్యూని అడ్జస్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. బట్ అసలు స్టార్టింగ్ లోనే లెఫ్ట్ రైట్ కి ఈక్వల్ అవ్వలేదు అనుకోండి, ఇఫ్ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ద రైట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్, then we cannot do anything. Then that function discontinuity cannot be removable. Such type of discontinuity is called non-removable discontinuity. So a minus, a plus. So here a value is 0. When x is less than 0, cos x is function. When x is greater than 0, minus cos x is the function. Then your left limit value is equals to cos 0 is 1 and minus cos 0 is minus 1. So left limit is not equals to the right limit. So you cannot remove this type of discontinuity. It is non-removable discontinuity. Okay, fine, students. Now let us see the next concept, that is differentiation. So differentiation in calculus. I am not teaching the differentiation in normal differentiation, degrees, powers, variable, separable, such things. I am not differential calculus I am discussing. Yes, the part of differentiation in our calculus part. So the function f of x is said to be differentiable if the left hand derivative at x is equals to 0 is equals to the right hand derivative at x is equals to a, RHD, right hand derivative. Sir, it is seems to be somewhere, sir, yes. నేను కంటిన్యూస్ ఫంక్షన్ చెప్పినప్పుడు కూడా ఇలాగే చెప్పాను. ఏమని చెప్పానంటే ఐ జస్ట్ టోల్డ్ లిమిట్ దేర్, ఐ జస్ట్ టోల్డ్ దట్ లెఫ్ట్ హ్యాండ్ లిమిట్. What happened to this pen? Yes, left hand limit I said there, but now I am using the word left hand derivative. The left hand derivative at x is equals to a is equals to the right hand derivative at x is equals to a. Sir, what is left hand derivative? Left hand derivative at x is equals to a is definition is like this. Limit h tends to 0, f of a minus h minus f of a by minus h. H is very, very negligible value. H is very, very negligible value. H tends to 0 actually. F of a minus h minus f of a by difference between a minus h and minus a, that will be minus h. That is left hand derivative. Next, coming to right hand derivative is, so I hope you taken here minus h. This is minus h in denominator. మీరు డినామినేటర్ లో మైనస్ హెచ్ ఇవ్వకపోతే న్యూమరేటర్ లో ఏ మైనస్ బిని బి మైనస్ ఏ అని రాయాలి. ఓకే రైట్. Sir, when h tends to 0, f of a plus h minus f of a by h. So a plus h minus a difference is h plus h here. Yes. If a function is differentiable at x is equals to a, then it must be continuous at x is equals to a. Very, very important point. If a function is differentiable, when you are talking about function differentiable, it automatically what you call continuous. But the converse of the statement may not be true. Yes, differentiable guarantees continuity, but continuity doesn't guarantee differentiability. Yes, if the given function is differentiable, if it is differentiable like, yes, if it is differentiable, then you can confirm that it is continuous. Sir, differentiable and enti. Left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit at some function value f of a. If it happens, then definitely it is continuous at the, left hand derivative is equals to the right hand derivative, then it should be continuous. Continuous means left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, which is equals to the function value. But if it is continuous, then I cannot confirm it is differentiable. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Let's see. So you should understand only one thing. The differentiability is more powerful than continuity in simple words. Because if it is differentiable, no need to check continuous. Automatically, the given function is continuous at every point. Yes. So the differentiation of mod x is mod x by x for x is not equals to 0. And mod x is continuous everywhere, differentiable everywhere except at x is equals to 0. Yes, it is not possible. Continuous, not possible. Similarly, mod x plus 1, not differentiable and continuous at x is equals to minus 1. Yes, at x is equals to minus 1, it is not differentiable. And 2x minus 1 also, when x is equals to 3 by 2, it happens like. And when x is equals to minus 3 by 4, if you have a function like 4x plus 3, then it should be. Okay, students. Now we have something, some example. F of x is equals to 1 by 1 plus mod x at x is equals to 0. And f of x is continuous and differentiable. And f of x is continuous but not differentiable. So this is the problem we have. Now let's see this question. I will try to write the clear. I want to elaborate the question. Sir, you given the function mod x. Mod x means plus or minus x we have. Maybe your mod x value is equals to plus x. Or maybe your mod x value is equals to minus x. Yes, it is plus x when x is strictly greater than 0. And it is minus x when x is strictly less than 0. and it is 0 when x is equals to 0. So x place lo 0 substitute cheste mod 0 0. So the function value will be 1. Now I define the function f of x is equals to like this: 1 by 1 plus x, 1 by 1 minus x, and 1 like. Now let's see the continuous and differentiability of the questions. Sir, when you are talking about continuous, let us find out the limits. I hope you remember the definition of continuous. The left hand, I am trying option A first. Left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, and which is equals to the function value f of A. So this is left and this is right and this is function value. Everything is available now. Now let's take the first part, that is left hand limit. Sir, when you are taking the left hand limit, so it will be limit extends to 0, 1 by 1 minus x. If you substitute 0 here, you will get answer as 1. In the same way, if you take the right hand limit, yes, if you take the right hand limit, the limit extends to 0, 1 by 1 plus x, so that will be 1. And at x is equals to 0, when x is exactly equals to 0, the function value f of a or f of 0, you can say, that is 1. So luckily the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and is equals to the function value. So therefore, the given function is continuous. The given function is continuous at x is equals to 0. The given function is continuous at x is equals to 0. Then what do you say? Let's try the differentiability. I want to try for differentiability now. So I am doing differentiability. The left hand derivative. The left hand derivative is, so what do you say? So the left hand derivative d by dx of limit function when x less than 0 means I have to take this part. That is 1 by 1 minus x. And 1 by x differentiation is minus 1 by x square. Minus 1 by x square into, so 1 minus x differentiation is minus 1. Can I repeat this? 1 by x here, 1 by x differentiation is minus 1 by x square, and 1 minus x differentiation is minus 1. So in place of x, if I substitute 0 now, at x is equals to 0, then 1 by 1 minus 0 whole square, that is equals to 1. So now we have something like here. Now you have something like right hand derivative. So that is the right hand derivative d by dx of. So when x is greater than 0, I have to take the function. Function is this part. So x is greater than 0 is 1 by 1 plus x like. So I have to take this part. That is right hand derivative is 1 by 1 plus x. Again 1 by x differentiation is minus 1 by x square. 1 by x whole square, 1 by x whole square. Minus 1 by x square plus 1 by x, 1 plus x differentiation is 1. So in place of x, if I substitute 0 now, then I will get minus 1 by 1 plus 0 whole square, and that will be minus 1. Now you please observe the left hand derivative is not equals to the right hand derivative. So the left hand function, the left hand derivative is not equals to the right hand derivative at x is equals to 1. So it means that the given function is not differentiable. Yes, it is continuous. It continues at x is equals to 1, but it is not differentiable. So this is the practical example. So the given function is continuous, but not differentiable. So this is our answer, option B. Yeah, students, if you complete that question and try the next question. Yes, now this is the question we have. F of x is given as 2x plus 1 when x is less than or equals to 1. And when x is greater than 1, we have alpha x square and beta x. And the given function is differentiable for every value of x. Yes, you can take at any value of x, either x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 1 or x is equals to 2, like it is differentiable in every point. So then we need to find out alpha and beta. Sir, if it is differentiable at any point, but the given functions are defined at x less than 1 and x greater than 1, we know. So we can take at x is equals to 1. Yes, let us try. We want to take at x is equals to 1 now. So we already know that the given function is differentiable. So we know that it is differentiable. It means that the left hand derivative at x is equals to 1 must be equals to the right hand derivative at x is equals to 1. So dy dx of the left hand derivative, when x less than 1, you need to take 2x plus 1. And here, when right hand derivative means you have to take dy dx of differentiation of alpha x square plus beta x. So this is the function. Yes, 2x plus 1 differentiation is 2. And alpha x square is 2 into alpha x plus beta. So in place of x, if I substitute 1, because I am doing at x is equals to 1, if I substitute 1, I got some equation like 2 alpha plus beta is equals to 2. This is the first equation I got. Now I want to verify the options from this equation. I want to put option A. So alpha is 0, beta is 2. So alpha is 0, beta is 2. So alpha is 0, yes, beta is 2. First option is correct. And second option, so alpha is 3, beta is 9. If I take alpha is 3, beta cannot be 9. Second option wrong. Option C, if alpha is 4, If I take alpha as 4, 8, 2 minus 8, 6 it will be, but given one is minus 1. This is wrong. When alpha is minus 1, sir, if you take alpha as minus 1 and your beta value is 4. So if I take alpha as minus 1 and beta is minus 2 plus, yes, plus 2, it is 4. Yes, it is right. Option D is also correct. Option A is correct and option D is correct. Then how can I break the logic? Sir, you can break the logic as because the given function is differentiable. If it is differentiable, definitely the function is going to be continuous. So you must use the second clue. Now let us analyze continuity. What is continuity? The left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit and which must be equals to the function value f of a. So what is left hand limit? Sir, left hand limit is 2x plus 1. 2x plus 1 at x is equals to 1. 2 into 1 plus 1 that is equals to 2. And right hand limit function value should be this. Alpha x square plus beta x. In place of x, if you substitute 1, so alpha plus beta it is. And function value is, yes, x is less than 1, function value is 2x plus 1. That means that is 2 only. Okay, anyway, no problem. Alpha plus beta is equals to 2. That is enough for me. Alpha plus beta, the left hand limit is equals to the right hand limit, which is equals to the function value options I want to verify now. Now I want to take option A. Sir, if you take option A one more time, when alpha is 0, beta is 2. Yes, it is correct. When alpha is minus 1, I want to check in option D. When alpha is minus 1 and beta cannot be 4, it's wrong. It means option D is wrong, option A is correct. So final answer is option A. So my final answer is when alpha is 0, beta is 2. That's it. Is it okay, students? Everyone got it? Yes, okay, fine. Now let's try one more question. Find the nth derivative of x power n. So it's not derivation, my dear. It is derivative. First order derivative, second order derivative, like nth order derivative, I am asking for x power n. Sir, x power n I cannot analyze. So I know n into x power n minus 1, that is derivative of x power n. But my question is nth order derivative. So you have f okay, f dash okay, f double dash okay, f triple dash okay. In the same way, I'm asking f power n. So nth derivative of x power n. That is the question I am asking. I hope it is clear. So before going to that, what I am going to take is I want to take some simple examples for this. So question is x power n. Because of this reason, I want to consider some functions like x square, x cube, x power 4, like x power 5, x power n, like. Okay, for this one, I want to apply first order derivative. I want to apply first order derivative, d by dx. D by dx I am applying. X square differentiation is 2x. And second order differentiation, 2x differentiation is 2. What, sir? What is this? This is first order derivative, f dash. Or you can say d by dx. And this is second order derivative, d square by dx square like. Okay, I hope you got it. Now I want to apply the same differentiation for x cube. So x cube differentiation is 3x square first time. And second time 3x square differentiation is 6x. And third time 6x differentiation is 6 simply. If I do one more time, it will become 0. So I just want to stop there. So I want to apply x power 4. X power 4 differentiation is 4x cube. And 4x cube differentiation is 3 fourths 12x square. And third order differentiation, third time differentiation is 24x. And fourth time differentiation is 24. Sir, from all these examples, you analyze one thing, sir. When you are applying for the second degree function like x square, if you apply first time and second time, you got as 2. For x cube, if you apply first time, second time, and third time, if you apply 3 times, then you will get 6. For x power 4, if you apply 4 times, like 1, 2, 3, 4, then you got 24. Try to break the relation. For x cube, you are getting 6. For x power 4, you are getting 24. Yes, sir, I got it. When I have x cube, when I have x power 3, result will be 3 factorial. When I have x power 4, if I do differentiation 4 times, it will be 4 factorial. In the same way, if I do x power n times, the answer will be n factorial. Answer is n factorial. It will be nth derivative of x power n will be n factorial. Okay. Is it okay, students? All of you understood? Okay. And now let me do the last question for today's class. Let's try this question. If f of x is equals to x sin x and this satisfies the relation that is f double dash, this is not like 11, it is f double dash of x, f of x, t into cos x is equals to 0. The given f of x is already satisfying this relation. It is clearly given in the question. Then we want to find out t value. Yes, sir. The given function f of x is equals to x into sin x. So I want to apply differentiation f dash of x. I hope everyone can remember this differentiation of UV rule. So UV differentiation is UV product rule differentiation is d by dx of, so u into d by dx of second function or first function differentiation into second function as constant plus first function constant into second function differentiation dv by dx. And it is very famous as in simple words like u into v whole power dash in differentiation continuously. I many times I will get this formula. Please remember this. uv whole dash is equals to u dash v plus v dash u. Both are same. Now let's apply the same formula now. Sir, your f of x is x into sin x. So x differentiation one time. So 1 x differentiation 1 into sin x plus second time x into differentiation of sin x is cos x. So this is my f dash of x. F dash of x I got as sin x plus x into cos x. Now I want to apply f double dash of x. F double dash of x means to this above function I am applying this. Sin x differentiation is cos x, fine. But here you please be careful. Again x into cos x I am applying UV rule. Yes, x into x x differentiation is 1 into, I try to use a different color here, 1 into cos x as it is, plus second time when I'm going for second time differentiation, v dash u means x is constant, cos x differentiation is minus sin x. So I got something like, the answer is cos x plus, final answer is cos x plus cos x plus cos x. I think I got 2 cos x. 2 cos x plus into minus minus x into sin x. Now my f double dash is ready and f dash of x is ready. So both are ready and f of x also ready. So now let us substitute in this equation. The equation whatever we have now I want to substitute. Sir, if your f double dash of x is 2 cos x minus x into sin x, I got it. Plus your f of x is x into sin x. Plus now you have some t. T into cos x is equals to 0. Yes, we got plus x into sin x minus x into sin x is going to be cancelled. T cos x plus 2 cos x plus t cos x we have. So let us take that 2 that side. So I want to write the next step like this. T cos x is equals to plus 2 cos x becomes minus 2 cos x, and your cos x is going to be cancelled and your p is minus 2. Okay, students, the final answer for t is minus 2. Yes, everyone take it. And my next problem is this. And you can take the next question. If you want to try the question, you can try for next class also. So in this class, I discussed the concepts like after limits, I discussed continuity, and left continuous, right continuous problems, and removal discontinuities, non-removable discontinuities, and I started differentiation also. So differentiability functions. So after differentiability, in the next session, I will go for parametric differentiation and partial differentiation problems. So after partial differentiation, we can go for total derivatives and Euler's theorem, homogeneous functions, and finally mean values theorem. So if I take mean values also, then the total calculus part is going to be completed. Okay, students. Thank you everyone. Now I want to close the session.